One of the biggest decisions I had to make was back in 2016 after 7 years of not being able to see my dad. He asked if I wanted to visit him on vacation for summer, so I made the big decision to go to my dad's to live all the way in Lennovan, Pennsylvania. This was a big decision because I've never been far away from my mom before, and I had to stay with him for 2.5 months, and I said yes. That's how it all started. My mom and dad talked on the phone for a while, and they were talking Spanish back and forth. I did not understand them that much, especially because they talked really fast. Once my mom was done on the phone, I was given a date. I guess once I said yes, my dad got excited because he booked the trip the same day. My mom looked at me and said, June 11th is a big day. And then she had more news. I was going to Orlando, Florida, Miami, Florida, and they had a surprise for me. I was not going to know the surprise till they took me to the airport. Fast forward 2 months later. It's June 11th. I'm on my way to the airport. With my mom and my Aunt Sharon. I was super nervous, a little bit excited. I couldn't stop crying the whole drive there. So for me to stop crying, my mom told me the surprise. I get to go to Busch Garden in Tampa. I was really happy but sad again because I would have liked to do that with my mom and my sister. It was an emotional drive. Once I got on the airport, I stopped crying and started the progress of checking in my bags. It was fast. There was a lot of people. While we waited for my turn to get on the plane, I met a girl named Ava and her family. My turn was called, and it was time for me to leave. I hugged my mom and told her I love her and went on my way. I went on the plane, and then we sat down. I asked my friend's mom if my friend could sit with me since I sit in the back all by myself. Her mom said yes. We got settled down. We were talking on the flight. The attendant said, on your way, here our way to Florida. The plane ride was nice. I got free snacks and food. It was time for my friend to go sit with her parents. After that, the waterworks came. I realized I'm not going to be able to see my mom and my sister for 2.5 months. That means I'm not going to be able to hug my mom when I would feel down, not be able to see my little sister annoy me sometimes. Then I realized I would have a blast. Then I saw my dad waiting for me. He got me, and then we rushed all the way to the other side of the airport to meet with my stepsister and stepmom, Syra. They all seemed very friendly, not started to get excited. My stepmom informed me that my dad does not know how to speak English, so I'm not going to be able to so I'm gonna have to be able to understand Spanish. After chit-chatting a little bit, it was time for me to get on my second plane to Florida. At this time, it was 12 at night. It only took 2 hours from Pennsylvania to Florida. Me and Syra, my dad and my stepsister Isada, got on the plane. I closed my eyes for a little bit to get some rest. And before you know it, bam, we're there. We got off the plane, got our luggage, and started walking. Sarah informed me that her mom and her cousin were waiting for us in the Florida airport lobby. Then we went there. I saw them all. We were all excited to see each other. We got a rental car and drove to the hotel. My surprise was there, Busch Garden. Can you believe it? My hotel was right in front of an amusement park. I went to the hotel and I started to miss my mom already. I wanted to start crying, and guess what? I started crying. The next morning, we went to get food to eat. I was so nervous, and I missed my mom so much I didn't want anything to eat. The whole day I was there, I probably just ate a couple French fries, sandwich, and I drank some water. Everyone was worried about me, like, why is this girl not eating? Then I cried again because I missed my mom, and my dad was like, don't worry. You can call her whenever you want, just tell me. I felt a little more relieved after that day. We went to Sarah's cousin's house. My step-cousin's. Can you believe she's 16 and pregnant? It was crazy. It was my first time experiencing a 16-year-old, big belly pregnant girl. She seemed really cool. She ended up having a boy, by the way. After those couple of days of just meeting family, crying, eating a little bit, we went shopping. I felt bad for asking for things, even though I knew I wanted them. I felt bad for asking for stuff. They asked me for stuff and I said no thank you, but thanks for offering. My stepsister and I went to Claire's. I saw a really cute phone case and I'm like, wow, this is a cute case. My sister went up to my dad and said, she really likes this phone case. You should get it for her. My dad got it for me. I felt so guilty, but he didn't care. He said, whatever I want, I can get. After that, we went to the pink store. My mom saw water bottles filled with big lotion and big chapstick that looked like a glue stick, sunscreen, and face wash. My stepmom got one for me, knowing that I didn't want one, but I did want one at the same time. After shopping the mall, it was almost night time. We ate food, then we went to sleep. The next day I went to Busch Garden. It was sort of like Disney, but an add-on on Disney. It was really fun. My stepsister didn't really like roller coasters, so it was just me and my dad riding roller coasters. Everyone was walking, talking, having a blast. I got sunburned that day on my face, really, really bad. Later that day, we went to my dad's cousin's house. She had a pool in her backyard. I got to go swimming in a pool with my sister and my dad. I had a blast, but then I started missing my mom and started crying again. And then when I was done crying, we got to eat at Olive Garden. The end.